Salutations, crustaceans. I'm Lobster, and today we're going to be taking a deep dive into the modified Sire M2 that we modded for Bully the Kid with the help of our friends at EMG. Let's do this. This, as some of you may know, is Bully the Kid's Sire M2, which we reviewed in its stock form before tearing it apart and installing some EMG 45 TWX pickups as well as a BQC system preamp. Now, this build was actually sponsored by EMG, so thank you so much EMG for sending me over the pickups, preamps, and everything else that I needed to do this build. And I think that the final result was excellent. However, in my initial video, we just did a quick little look at what this thing could do. And today we're going to take a deep dive into all these goodies here. A quick recap of the specs of the Sire M2 here. We have a mahogany body with a maple neck, and I believe this is an ebony fingerboard, or yeah. Anyways, it is a 35-inch scale 5-string bass with 19mm spacing, 24 frets, and now we have two EMG 45 TWXs. These are the pickups with coil switching, so you can get a single coil mode that has a hum canceling coil as well, so you get silent operation all around. Both of these pickups have that functionality, with a master tone control providing that functionality in push-pull form for the bridge pickup, and then the master volume control providing that for the neck pickup. We also have a master blend, and then a 3-band preamp with a mid-sweep. So control-wise, this is very similar to that of the stock Sire with a few added goodies, and it's laid out a little bit differently. The preamp bypass is now just a kill switch, killing the connection to the battery. So you can actually have your bass plugged in as long as the kill switch is engaged, and it won't drain the battery. Other than that though, I haven't done anything else to this bass. We just gutted it and replaced the electronics with what you see here, and it sounds amazing. Let me show you. You guys know what you need to do. Go ahead and pinch that like button so my hand will turn back to normal. Thank you. Very nice, very nice. This is the preamp centered all across the board, and the pickups both in single coil mode by default. We have a push-pull again for each of the pickups to engage the Humbucker mode. That is reversed from how I had Project Code Red, which had the default configuration of humbucker and then you pull for the single coil. This is flipped around a bit because I think with these pickups in this position, the single coil mode does sound a bit better. So here's a quick comparison between single coil, default, and humbucker mode. So let's get started and take a deep dive into the electronics. Let's start out with the neck pickup soloed, and this is in single coil mode with the preamp centered. Very nice, very nice. I forgot to mention that preamp wise, we have 18 volts of power running through the space versus the typical 9. We soldered two of the battery terminals that EMG provided together to have an 18 volt setup, and that's sitting pretty in our battery cavity, hooked up directly to our preamp and pickups too. These are active pickups as opposed to the stock Sire pickups, which are passive. So that sounds really good from the get-go. These are the X pickups as opposed to the regular TWs that are in my project code red. So these have an extended frequency range and you can hear it. These are so clear and they sound so good. Now let's go ahead and play with this EQ a little bit. We have a bass and treble stack as well as a mid and mid frequency stack. Let's start out by, let's cut the mids entirely and play with this mid frequency control a little bit. So here's the bass and treble centered with the mids cut and the mid frequency selector centered. Let's play with this frequency selector a bit. So. Okay, we can work with this. And now let's boost the treble and boost the bass a little bit. Very nice, very nice. Let's go ahead and bring everything back to center and boost the mids to about 50%, keeping the bass and treble centered. And we still have the tone control to play with. So let's take what we have here and turn the tone down. We haven't even gotten past the neck pickup in humbucker mode yet. So there's a lot to unwind here, and this is absolutely a great combo. Now let's switch over to humbucker mode on the neck pickup. Center everything else. We'll center the mid control, center the bass, and bring the tone back up. And here's what that sounds like. Compare that with single coil. Very nice, very nice. Let's play with this EQ a bit more. Let's cut the mids one more time. Mids fully cut. Boost the bass and treble to about 50%. And let's play with this mid-frequency control. That is some fat tone right there. These are great pickups. Now let's go ahead and center the preamp one more time and go over to the bridge pickup now. Here's the bridge pickup in single coil mode. Again, there's hum canceling there, so it should be completely noiseless. too shabby, not too shabby. Let's cut the mids here and boost the bass and treble and play with this frequency control a bit. Ooh, that sounds mean. Very nice. That's some fat tone, and that's just a bridge pickup. Usually get a bit of a thinner sound, but this combined with the EQ can definitely compensate for that. I'm gonna turn the tone down a little bit actually. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, oh yeah. What are we gonna do now? Now let's center the preamp one more time, bring the bass and treble back down, and we're going to pull the tone knob to activate humbucker mode for the bridge pickup. Here's what that sounds like. Very big difference in the voicing between the humbucker and single coil modes of this pickup. You definitely hear it, and they're very distinct. Now, with humbucker mode engaged, the tone at 100%, let's scoop the mids one more time, boost the bass and treble, and play with this mid sweep again. Very nice. I like these preamps a lot. They're very flexible and they don't color the tone too much, but they give you a lot of, I guess, sonic flexibility where you can really boost or cut exactly what you need to. The bass and treble control, I believe, has the 2 dip switches for 4 different treble contours with this treble control. So you really have a lot of different options to get this thing sounding exactly how you wanted. Now keep in mind, I did have to modify the pickup cavity slightly. That was something that I wasn't really anticipating, as when I measured it out, it looked like everything was going to be exact, but the pickups were just a little bit too wide. So these are just under 45 or 4.5 inches, the stock pickups at least, whereas the EMG 45s are exact. So keep that in mind if you're looking to do this mod yourself. Let's go ahead and bring the pickup selector back to center and play with both pickups together. So that was with both pickups in single coil mode, the preamp centered. We have 4 different pickup combinations where we can have both in single coil, both in humbucker, or 1 in humbucker and 1 in single coil, and then flip it around. In fact, let's do that. We just heard everything in single coil. Let's go ahead and bring the bridge pickup in as a humbucker. So humbucker in the bridge pickup, single coil at the neck. Flip it around. And let's have both pickups in humbucker mode now. Now with both pickups engaged, back in single coil mode, let's cut the mids, boost the treble and bass, and play with this mid frequency a bit. This is a flexible instrument now. Not to say it wasn't flexible before, but throwing a lot of EMG electronics at this thing definitely opened it up quite a bit. Whereas my biggest complaint with the stock M2 electronics were specifically the pickups, where they sounded, I guess, a bit almost muffled dynamically. They didn't have that high-end clarity that the M5 and I'm assuming the M7 with the same electronics as the M5 have. So, yeah, I think that this is a big improvement over stock. Would I recommend you folks go out here and do it? I mean, this is a lot of money in electronics if you were to buy this yourself. I believe the EMG stuff that I got for Project Code Red was about $600, just the electronics. And you're looking at even a bit more because you have the BQS system here, or BQC system, the BQC system, and these really high-end pickups. These are some top-of-the-line EMGs. These are the 45 TWXs. So everything together would be a pretty penny. However, again, EMG provided all this for me. So thanks again, EMG. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this bass monster. I mean, this thing is awesome. I love these pickups and preamp. And let me know what you think about the tones and the versatility in the comments down below. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, subscribe, and join our Discord, and leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about Bully the Kids Sire M2, modified by myself with the help of EMG. And as always, until we group again.